Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of reading for young adults. Frederick Douglass once said, "Once you learn to read, you will forever be free." He didn't say that casually. He said it as a man who had been legally denied the right to learn, and who understood better than most of us ever will that reading isn't just a skill, it's a power. Today I don't want to simply just tell you that reading matters. I want to remind you why it matters. Let's start with what reading actually does to the brain. According to Healthline, reading is associated with increased gray matter in the left superior temporal cortex, the part of the brain tied to cognitive function. In other words, when a child reads, the brain is literally being shaped and strengthened. As the University of People notes, reading is a neurobiological process that works out the brain in the way physical exercise works out the body. Scientists at the University of California, Berkeley have even found that it reduces the buildup of beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. Reading, it turns out, is one of the most powerful long-term investments we can make in a person's mind. But the benefits don't just stop there. Reading also helps with mental well-being. According to Reader's Digest, in a 2009 study at the University of Sussex, found that just 6 minutes of reading a day can reduce stress levels by up to 68%, which by surprise is more effective than going for a walk or listening to music. And according to Leverage EDU, regular reading has also been shown to lower heart rate, reduce blood pressure, and promote better sleeping. These are not just small things for young adults who are navigating an increasingly high pressure and high anxiety world. Now let's talk about empathy, because this is where reading becomes truly amazing. Healthline cites research showing that people who read literary fiction can develop a heightened ability to understand the feelings and beliefs of others, what psychologists call theory of mind. Long-term fiction readers tend to have better developed social reasoning skills than those who don't read. As Reader Digest puts it, immersive reading builds an understanding of how people around us might think or feel. When a child steps into the mind of a character who is different from them, who lives in a different time or country or circumstance, they are practicing something that no standardized tests can fully capture: the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes. In a world struggling with empathy, that is not a small benefit, that is essential. And here is my visual aid. It's a children's book and showing the importance of reading to children. Reading also builds vocabulary, and vocabulary research tells us matters enormously. Healthline notes that reading comprehension and vocabulary knowledge are deeply linked, and the size of a student's vocabulary can influence their standardized test scores, college admission, and even long-term career opportunities. According to Reader's Digest, researchers estimate that we learn between 5% and 15% of all the words we know through reading. Every book a student opens is a vocabulary lesson in disguise. And yet here we are, where the picture becomes urgent. Despite all these benefits, reading engagement in young people is declining. The National Literacy Trust's most recent annual literacy survey, based on the responses from 125,000 children and young people, found that just over 1 in 3 students said that they enjoyed reading in their free time, and that figure had just reached a 20-year low before the modest uptick this year. Daily reading among children had fallen by nearly 20% over the past 2 decades. These aren't just numbers in a vacuum, they are a call to action for every person in this room. The University of People reminds us that reading opens doors to new worlds, expands imagination, builds confidence, and helps young people understand cultures and experiences beyond their own. Leverage EDU adds to the notable figure like Warren Buffett and Oprah Winfrey have credited daily reading as a key drive to their success. Reading is not just preparation for school, it is a preparation for life. When a child learns to truly, deeply, regularly, and joyfully read, they haven't just taught them a skill. We have handed them a key, and as Frederick Douglass knew, with that key, there is no door they cannot open. Thank you.